Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Oh my goodness, what an exciting video we have today. Today I'm going to be playing around with a bunch of new makeup, at least makeup that is new to me. The headliner, I should say, would be the Beaute Angels of Illumination 3 palette, which is this gorgeous all shimmer palette. Are you kidding me? I love palettes like this. I know that it's like kind of a companion palette, you would say, because most people like to have mattes and shimmers in their looks, but honestly, I haven't touched a matte shadow in like a few months now. It feels like I've been really in my shimmer era, so we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do something graphic, naturally, with this. Beaute recently made me an affiliate with them because they really liked my video reviewing the Celestial Garden palette with Monica Jones, and I really loved that palette, so I was like, heck yeah. So if you like Beaute, you can now use code Giovanna to save a couple of dollars, or save, you know, just save some money. But we got some other new makeup products here. Lawless Beauty recently added me to their PR list. Shout out to you, Lawless. That is awesome. They sent me some of their Forget the Filler glosses. They sent me a palette too, but I'll try that out in another video because I can't be working in multiple palettes at once. I'll get too overwhelmed. But one thing I've been loving from them already so much is this mascara. I did not expect to like a luxury mascara so much. You guys know me. I'm always like, who needs to buy a mascara more than $3 or $5? And I still stand by that. There's a lot of good drugstore mascaras, but this Lawless mascara is so good. I can't wait to show it to you. ColourPop sent me some of their Cheek Dews blushes, which I've never tried before, and I've heard very mixed things about this formula, so interested to try it out myself. I've got some eyelashes here. I've got more chrome flakes from Beaute. You know what? I'm just rambling about stuff in the background, and I'm sure you would rather see me try it all on. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to see me try on a bunch of gorgeous new sparkly makeup, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. Okay, so as per usual, I have a very vague idea of what I want to do with this palette. It's funny, on camera, this shade is like not looking very shimmery, so I'm like, maybe that'll be my graphic liner shade. It's gorgeous burgundy. I think I should swatch a few. I'm not going to swatch the whole thing because there's a lot of shades in here, but I will swatch the shade Delphinus. So sorry if I'm saying that wrong to all of the Delphini out there. But let's swatch this shade because it looks like, ooh, that was buttery. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, that's like a gorgeous burgundy, but it's got kind of a bronzy flip. It's like a burgundy hot pink. I didn't expect that to be a duochrome. That looked like it was just gonna be a straight up shimmery burgundy for me, but clearly it's shifting with every shift of the light, so wow. Okay, Delphinus, I've taken note of you. Let's also swatch the shade Aries here, because that looks like a deeper shade. I think I wanna use one of the deeper shades as my graphic liner, and I'm gonna make it a graphic liner. By the way, I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna mix it together with some Duraline, so that'll be fun. Hyping up the video. It's gonna be such a fun video. Let's swatch Aries now. Equally as buttery. Oh my goodness. Ooh, oh, that's really pretty too. It's got more of a green. This is like a green purple bronze flip. This one's more like giving multi-chrome vibes. That could be pretty too. Ooh, and then I could put Cassiopeia in the middle if I were to do Aries as my outside shade, my graphic liner shade, I should say. Let's swatch Cassiopeia. So sorry if I'm saying any of these names wrong. Okay, this one's got more of like a glittery finish, but it also feels wet on my hand. Wow. That is a wild formula. That is absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, these two shades together, honestly, these two shades together too, could be a fun contrast. I feel like I maybe can't go wrong with any of these shades. You know what? I want to swatch one more. I want to swatch the shade Pisces. I feel like this one's gonna have a cool shift to it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's like a purpley gold. Holy wow, dude. Okay, I gotta swatch one more. I'm sorry if this is boring. I just want to swatch every single shade, but not every single shade, you know what I mean? Okay, this is Gemini. I'm running out of fingers, so I gotta use my thumb here. Let's swatch Gemini, because that looks like a pretty purple shade too. Okay, yes, Gemini is speaking my language. That is beautiful. That's got more of, you can tell the difference between Gemini and Pisces. Pisces is more of like a purpley gold, whereas Gemini's definitely got more of a silvery blue base to it. maybe these two together. I don't know. Okay, now I gotta go wash my hands. Okay, as I already said, I really feel like I can't go wrong with any of these shades, so let me just go put a glitter primer down real quick. I'm gonna use my Fear and I Pixie Epoxy, a tried and true favorite, and I'm just gonna kind of outline my graphic shape because my plan is to put a lighter colored shimmer all over the lid in my classic graphic shape like I'm mapping out right now, and then I'll use that Duraline to turn one of the deeper shimmers into a liner. All right, I've made a decision. I'm gonna go in with the shade Gemini all over the lid. I have a lot of Geminis in my life, a lot of Geminis who follow me. Shout out to you Geminis, I freaking love you guys, and I think it's a pretty shade too. So I'm gonna use my little Half Magic Beauty brush that I talked about in my last favorites video. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I was a little worried the brush wasn't picking up enough product, but I clearly didn't have to be worried about that because, oh, it looks so pretty. It looks even more pastel. Something about it in the pan like did not read pastel to me, but on the lids, it's showing up like this gorgeous pastel purple. Oh, I can totally see myself reaching for this a lot in the springtime, as if springtime is the only time I ever wear pastels. Why do we associate pastels so strongly with spring? Although to be honest, I kind of associate them with winter too, because you know, all of this like holiday stuff we see, like obviously, you know, Christmas has colors associated with it, Hanukkah has colors associated with it, Kwanzaa has colors associated with it, but I feel like when we're just seeing like generic holiday stuff, people focus more on winter colors, which is like that pastel sky blue and white. So pastel has its place in the winter too. I feel like pastels don't really have a place in fall, at least like marketing wise. No one really talks about pastels in the fall, so really breaking from the mold today, you guys. Really not like other girls using pastels in the fall. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta focus on getting this on. I am getting some fallout, but to be fair, I'm digging my brush in there, and like this shade definitely has some glitter in it. I shouldn't say that. That's sending mixed messaging to you. I shouldn't call it glitter. It's just like some thicker shimmer. Like it doesn't feel like crunchy like glitter. Is that the right way to describe glitter? It doesn't feel super three-dimensional. It doesn't feel gritty. That's what I should have said. It doesn't feel gritty. The Philadelphia Flyers guy, it just, you know, you can tell. It's got a little something extra in it than your average shimmer. All right, while I'm doing the other eye here, I'm so curious what you guys are watching on TV right now, because I just started a new show last night with my boyfriend, and we're hooked. We're on the edge of our seats. We could have finished it all in one night, but I made us stop because it's a little spooky and I needed to wind down with something goofy towards bed, so that I don't have nightmares or anything. But we watched The Watcher on Netflix, which is based off of a true story, and I have watched a Stephanie Harlow video on the true story of The Watcher, and I have to say, like, they've embellished a lot on Netflix. I don't think they've denied that. I think they've acknowledged that it's a dramatic reenactment, and like the ages of some of the characters on the Netflix show are like totally different than the actual family, but it's a really interesting story even without all of the embellishments. Like, it's so interesting. If you haven't seen the previews, basically this family moves into like their dream house in New Jersey. They moved out of New York City because New York City was not good for their family. I'm saying it like that because I live in New York City, but I don't have kids, so, you know, hey, what am I to say? But anyways, they move into their dream home in suburban New Jersey. It's like this giant house, beautiful neighborhood and everything, and then they start getting these letters in the mailbox from someone who calls themselves the Watcher, and there's no return address or anything. Like, clearly they were dropped off, and the Watcher starts like describing their kids and describing things that they saw them do, like basically saying they've been watching them, they're watching them all the time, and they tell the police, and the police are kind of like, oh, whatever, nothing we can do about it. The Netflix is, as I said, a dramatic reenactment of what actually happened, but it's really interesting. It's like a mystery, and what's wild is I know that it's unsolved because it's based off a true story. I don't know, maybe in the show they'll acknowledge that it's a person, and even in the real story, it's kind of like people feel like they know who it is, but I should say no one's ever been charged. But also, like, it doesn't seem like anything really happened. I mean, stalking, yeah. I guess somebody should have been charged for stalking, but oh my gosh, if you haven't watched The Watcher, or if you don't want to watch the Netflix documentary, definitely watch Stephanie Harlow's video on it because she's so thorough, and I just think she covers true crime in a way that's very sensitive to the families. Like, she doesn't do anything to sensationalize stories. She's just a really good storyteller, and I feel like she's one of the more respectful true crime YouTubers. I just really like her. So definitely check out the story of The Watcher if you like mysteries, because this one will draw you in. All right, moving on to my mixology phase of the video. I'm gonna take my little scrapey tool here, and I'm gonna scrape just a tiny little corner of that gorgeous first shade I swatched, Delphinus. I will say this is a very soft formula. Like, even when I went in with my fingers with some of these shades, like, it felt like kind of like flaked off, but in a good way. Not in like a glittery, gross fallout way, just in like a soft, glidey, easy to blend sort of way. So I like that about it. Okay, hopefully that is enough because I didn't want to destroy too much of this. And I'm gonna just knock it onto my palette here. Now I'm just chopping up the pigment nice and fine because I don't want any big clumps in my eyeliner mixture. All right, now I'm just gonna take a drop of my Inglot Duraline. If you haven't seen me work with this before, it is a mixing medium, so you can mix it with any loose pigments and turn them into liquid. I can't remember how many drops I've used in the past. I'm gonna start with one. Also, I have to tell you, I can't get the phrase drops of, oh shoot, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Did anyone say bless you? If you didn't, how very rude. I don't know, it's okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, I keep singing in my head. Yes, who's back from the atmosphere, drops of Duraline in her hair. You know, song Drops of Jupiter, Drops of Duraline. Really smart, big brain thoughts that you get when you subscribe to my channel. Okay, I need another drop of Duraline. See, now it's in your head too. Drops of Duraline in her hair. I think 2 was the key. I feel like I've got a good mixture. Oh, what a pretty shade. I feel like I have a good liquidy texture here. So now let me try to do some graphic liner. I'm gonna be using a Glisten Cosmetics number 5 brush, by the way. I felt like that was a good size and thickness, but I guess we'll see. Okay, and I'm just gonna outline this graphic shape that I've started with. Oh, I don't know where to start. I'm overwhelmed. Hopefully this is a good mixture. Thickness. Oh, wow. Ooh, baby, that looks good. Okay, I might have to go in with the second layer afterwards because I feel like the purple is peeking through. Maybe not though. I don't know. Let me stop getting ahead of myself and just fill in this whole shape here. Duraline is so interesting to me. I don't fully know what it's made of. I'll have to look up the ingredients later because it almost feels warm. Like, I guess the Duraline's been sitting in my room, but like, I don't know, I feel like my apartment's not that warm, but I don't know, something about Duraline has a very interesting feeling on my eyes. And I'm someone who's like pretty sensitive to texture, like a lot of textures gross me out, but this has like the opposite effect. I'm like, I love the way this feels. I feel like I have like little tiny masseuse hands in my brush, and it feels like I am rubbing massage oil onto my eyes. So if you're into that, I think you'll like Duraline. All right, I went ahead and did the liner on the other eye while waiting for this one to dry. And now I'm gonna go in with a second layer just because I feel like it could be a little more opaque. You know, maybe that's my bad for not mixing quite enough pigment in with the Duraline. This is only my second time ever like making my own liner with Duraline. Usually I just use Duraline to set my water activated liners to make them more waterproof. So I'm still very new to this. I'm still trying to get that ratio right. 2 layers should be plenty though, because this is definitely building up opacity. You know, I really try not to complain much, but you know what sucks? Daylight savings time. It doesn't suck because I love getting an extra hour of sleep in the morning, but why is it getting dark out? And it's literally 4 p.m. right now. That's far too early. Anyways, let's fix it with some glitter chrome flakes. I don't think they're called chrome flakes. I'm sorry. Glisten calls a product like this with a similar formula chrome flakes. I will put the name of what these are called on the screen because it doesn't say on the packaging, but the shade is called Rhaenyra. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I should swatch it a little bit first. Ooh, it's wet. It's always so surprising when products are wet. Dang. Okay, that's gorgeous, but does she really go with the look? I feel like no, right? It's very gold because it's very gold. I don't know why. It's very gold, but yeah, I don't think I have enough gold going on in my own look. Let's see if we have another shade I can use. There is this shade Sea Smoke too, which looks like it might be a little chunkier. It looks like it's kind of blue. Hopefully it's not too deep. Yeah, that's probably gonna be too deep for the eye look. Dang it, I might have to skip these chrome flakes today, but you know what? It all worked out because I got to show you some gorgeous shades. Dang, Sea Smoke is pretty. That's got some chunks in it. That's more the vibe because it is like more silvery, but it's just, I think, a little too opaque as a brow bone highlight. Yeah, look at my finger. It's got like big chunks on it. Wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, sorry folks, I think we're gonna skip the chrome flakes for today. So instead, maybe I'll use one of these shades as a brow bone highlight. I don't know, this color Pegasus is kind of pinky gold too, and I'm just not feeling gold as my brow bone highlight. Yeah, see, you know what? That doesn't look so gold on camera, so I think we can get away with it. Okay, yeah, let's use the shade Perseus as a highlight. Did I just say Pegasus? It's likely. Did you see me? I'm using my finger and I just instinctively tapped it up on the side of the palette because that's what I do with eyeshadow brushes. Too funny, man. Wow, what a hoot it is watching my channel. Wow, that is a gorgeous shade. Okay. Oh, it's so interesting. It's looking so pink in the mirror for me, but it's pulling very lilac-y purple on camera. The magic of technology, I should say. Also, just, I'm pretty sure this is a duochrome, so I'll try to show you both versions. Sometimes if you use a mirror, you can see the other color. Can you tell in the mirror that it looks a little bit more pink? Maybe if I hold it on the side, you can see the shift better. I'll try to go in some different lightings by the end of the video so you can see all the gorgeous shifts. Me to these little flakies right now. I'm coming back for you, baby. I'm coming back for you. Ah, I love that Carly Rae Jepsen song. So fun. Okay, so I guess we need to move on to complexion now. And if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I don't know why I wouldn't be. I say that a lot. If I'm being totally honest, I always am. I am being totally honest. I have not been wearing a lot of foundation lately. I am sick of all my foundations. I don't really like any of them right now. Oh, should I use my Jones Road foundation though? I've been saying that I was gonna bring that back in the winter time and now it's chilly. But I just interrupted myself. What I was saying is I haven't really been wearing a lot of foundation lately. I've just been kind of doing my concealer and then skipping to blush, you know, and just kind of spot concealing. I just freaking love this NYX Bear With Me concealer. I think it looks so seamless in the skin. Like it does. I love concealer that doesn't look like concealer because I have dry skin and a lot of concealers just look so cakey on me no matter what. And it's not easy to find a concealer that looks this seamless and dry skin friendly. But oh my gosh, I'm so red today. Why? Oh, I'm having like the worst neck breakouts right now. I'm so lucky that I don't have any breakouts on my face, but my neck is kind of a nightmare at the time. I am skin cycling, so I'm like, maybe this is just part of the process and the retinol's getting all the gross stuff out of my skin and then I'm gonna have good skin in a couple weeks. I don't know. Cross your fingers for me. I forgot how much this Jones Road, what the foundation needs to be mixed, and that is why I never reach for it because I don't like having to do this extra step. It's just like, why are you not ready to go? You know, somebody pointed out when this foundation first launched that you can buy your own pump that comes with like a little metal shaker ball in it and you can use it that way. And I wish I would have found the link for that when that person first shared it because I do not remember where that was, but that's a good idea. If you know of any of those, I'm sorry, I don't want to make you find things for me, but like, what would I search? Pump, empty pump, metal ball. I don't know, is there a name for that? I just kind of feel like that could be called something else and I don't know what to search to find it. But one thing I do remember liking about this is I remember liking the shade on me, which is kind of my gripe with my other foundations right now. Like my Wet n Wild tinted hydrator in the shade Fair was never a great shade for me. It was always a little too warm, but I bought it in the summertime, so I had a bit more of a tan on the body then. Not self-tan or anything, just like naturally from being outside in the sun, I had a bit more of a tan, and now I don't have that anymore, and now that foundation looks it is very incorrect on me. It just like looks like such the wrong shade, and even when I try to add other things to make it look better, it just doesn't look better. But I remember liking this shade, so I'm gonna rub it in with my fingers because that is the way I remember liking applying this. I remember this being very minimal coverage, which is fine with me. I forgot to take out my fake nose ring, and now I have foundation on my hands, but it's okay. Probably put a little too much on the nose. I wish this didn't smell. It doesn't smell bad. It smells very spa-like, but I just feel like anytime you put fragrance in foundation, that's a bold move, you know? Because people have such specific preferences when it comes to fragrances. I've been getting more into fragrances this year. I've been watching Lauren May Beauty Scent Sundays. Do you guys watch her? She's so great. I've been watching Lauren for makeup videos for a couple of years now, but I recently started watching her perfume videos, and needless to say, I'm hooked. I love the way she describes fragrances. But yeah, like fragrances are such a person-to-person thing that I feel like it was such a big risk for them to put a scent in this product, and I don't really like the scent. And it kind of lingers for a while too. If I'm remembering correctly, I haven't used this in a while. Kind of lingers, but oh well, at least it's kind of spa-like. If this smelled floral, I would literally throw it out a window. I really don't like floral scents at all, or like powdery scents, but this is just very like herby, like eucalyptus-y kind of. Probably not, I don't know. If you have this foundation, you let me know how you would describe the smell. The finish is really pretty. I gotta give it to them, and it's so cold out today, so if I can remember, I'll try to report back with how it wore throughout the rest of the night. I'm definitely gonna go for a walk later, so I'll be in the dry cold, and I will let you know if my skin looks any less dewy, because right now I'm looking super dewy, which I love. In the summertime, I feel like I did not love how dewy this was, because it really just kind of melted off, and I felt like I just looked sweaty. But I bet if you give me a couple hours, then this is gonna really sink into my dry skin. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a blush. I wanna try the ColourPop Cheek Dew blush, and I said at the beginning of the video, I've heard such mixed reviews about this. And by mixed reviews, I mean I've either seen people just wear it and not really comment on it, or I've seen people say that they absolutely hate it and that it's patchy and that it picks up other products. So let's give it a try. This shade is just so pretty. That's really why I wanted to try it. I did show in my favorites video last month that I should just show it to you again. I have an About Face blush in the shade Score. Such a pretty purple blush, and I'm wondering if these are dupes for each other. I feel like the price is not that different on these, but I'm just curious in general if they're dupes for each other. Okay, just as a point of reference, this is Score by About Face. I love this formula too. Goes on kind of dewy, but it dries down pretty natural. And this is ColourPop. Oh gosh, I don't even know what this is called. Natural World. Very similar. The ColourPop one maybe looks a tinge warmer. I love that the About Face one is like such a nice cool tone blush. But okay, let's give Cheek Dew a chance. Should I apply it with a brush? Probably. I made myself a little circle of Cheek Dew here, and I have my little flat top kabuki brush. This is from Shop Miss A. Hopefully it doesn't absorb too much product. If not, I'll go in with my fingers. One thing I don't really like applying with my fingers is blush. Ooh, it looks like I don't have to. It feels so cold. Oh my goodness, too funny. That's going on nicely so far. I'm not seeing it pick up foundation underneath. I know some of you might be watching like, did you even give the foundation time to set? No, I didn't, because one good thing I can say about that Jones Road foundation is most of the products, all of the products so far I've tried on top of that, whether it powder or cream, have not moved the foundation around. Granted, I don't think there's much coverage to move around in the first place, but yeah, the Jones Road foundation does not really need time to set. As far as applying other products on top. It does still feel sticky to the touch, which is a bit uncomfortable. I have not had any issues with patchiness so far, so I love to see that. And the shade Natural World is just absolutely gorgeous. I really like that. I'm excited to keep playing with those. I've had these for like a couple weeks, but I've just kind of put off trying them because I thought they were gonna be bad. So okay, Cheek Dew. I like a serum blush, I guess. I felt like the lower lash line needed a little something something, so I'm just adding this gorgeous dark purple shade from About Face Beauty. This is the shade Devil's Diary. All right, we're down to the final stretch of the video here now. I just need to put a lip on, and for some reason, simultaneously, there is a garbage truck on my street. My neighbor's dog has just started barking, and my radiator is making a screaming noise. So you know what? That's life, that's reality. Bert came to join us though, so that is a silver lining. And I think the garbage truck is leaving. So, back to the topic at hand. I've got these Lawless Forget the Filler, Lip Plumping, Lip Smoothing glosses. They all look really pretty. Obviously, I'm sure there's one that you can tell I'm leaning towards because I love the bold colors. And I feel like this will go, I have to smell it. Ooh, interesting. Very fruity smelling. I'm sure maybe it'll smell different on the lips, but don't you feel like this will go the best with the blush? But I am sort of curious about this one because this one looks kind of purpley, although it'll probably be more mauve. It's hard to tell with frosted glass sometimes. Okay, it smells the same. I don't know why I'm smelling it. This one actually looks more nude, maybe like a nudie mauve. So I'm gonna go, well, now let me look at the other one. I haven't said the name of the shades. The bright shade is called Bitten. The purpley nudie mauve shade is called Blushed. And this last shade, which looks like it's kind of shiny, is called Rose Pearl. Okay, that's more of like a rosy, shimmery nude, so that's fine. But clearly I want to go with the boldest of all of them. This is a set of 3 minis that they're doing for the holidays, I believe. I think that's why I got it. And they're tiny, but I kind of like little mini sizes of lip products because how often do you ever finish a full-size lip product? And it's a good variety of shades there. But okay, this is the shade Bitten, which doesn't look like it has any shimmer to it. Yeah, but it's not like a milky gloss. It's just kind of like a sheer but pigmented gloss. I like this scent. If you're not new here, you know that my preferred scent in all lip products is vanilla, just because I think there's no better smell to have under your lips than something that smells like a sweet, delicious baked good. But I like this fruitiness too. Oh, the tingliness is kicking in. I feel like my lips already look really juicy just from this gloss alone. Let me see, am I doing any line smoothing? I'll be honest, I don't have a ton of lines to smooth to begin with, I feel like, so I don't know if I'm the best tester of this, but my lips look super juicy. I do kind of wish the applicator took out a little bit more product, but it's probably just because it's the mini. You know, maybe the full-size one does. Ooh, that's really pretty. That is a really gorgeous shade. Oh, I love that. Bitten from Lawless. How nice. All right, folks. And with that, this is the truck backing up. Bert is on my lap now. Folks, I think with that, I'm gonna have to wrap up the video here. Look at the baby man. I hope you guys like this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed getting to see some new makeup products. I'm excited to keep playing around with that Beaute Bar palette. I think it's so pretty and I can see myself using those shimmers in so many different eye looks. Also, I'm sorry, I popped you in the nose, little guy. I really liked using Durline to make an eyeliner out of those. I want to do that with some more shades next time. Really love the ColourPop Cheek Dew blushes. I mean, dang, that was super pigmented, easy to blend out. I did not have any issues with patchiness, at least with the Jones Road foundation. I really like how the makeup look turned out. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I post new videos when I can. I'm trying to get at least once a week right now, but hopefully more soon. I really like chatting with you guys and I hope you like this video. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, there's so many hairs. Can't reach the camera.